All right, how's it going, everybody? Sorry we had to push um, the stream back a half hour. It's been a little crazy around here. Crank these up a bit.
Stand by. 1010, investigated reported disturbance at Acer Plaza.
10-4 dispatcher, verify address.
It's Acer Plaza. Repeat, Acer Plaza.
Shots fired on the rooftop. An assault in progress at Acer Plaza. Repeat, an assault in progress.
As per usual, I'm going to do my best not to talk over everything.
1085 dispatcher, need additional units. Additional units now. Officer in danger. Officer in danger.
10-5, please repeat. 10-5, all units, emergency. Officer in danger. Acer Plaza. Repeat, Acer Plaza, all units.
They were all dead. The final gunshot was an exclamation mark to everything that had led to this point. I released my finger from the trigger, and then it was over. To make any kind of sense of it, I need to go back 3 years. Back to the night the Payne started. I was still on the force back then. NYPD, Manhattan, Midtown North Precinct, Hell's Kitchen.
So when are you coming to work for me, Detective Payne?
You'd make me work undercover in some hellhole. Sorry, Alex. Michelle and the baby come first. See? My last smoke. It's bad for the baby.
That's you, Max. A regular Boy Scout.
See, Alex.
Still on for poker Thursday night, right?
Like taking candy from a baby. Life was good. The sun setting on a sweet summer's day. The smell of freshly mowed lawns. The sounds of children playing. A house across the river on the Jersey side. Beautiful wife and a baby girl. The American dream come true. Honey, I'm home. But dreams have a nasty habit of going bad when you're not looking. The sun went down with practiced bravado. Twilight crawled across the sky, laden with foreboding.
A trigger warning coming up, guys. Fair warning.
Michelle, honey, anybody home? I didn't like the way the show started. They'd given me the best seat in the house. Front row center.
My options. Here we go. I think... thought there was an option for captions, but I guess not. Oh well. Alright.
What the hell? Something ugly had been tattooed on the wall. A map of things to come. It was a poison syringe, a magic tag full of diabolical meanings.
Alright, I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up now. I actually am not gonna be streaming on Monday. It is my son's 9th birthday.
Listen, someone's broken into my house. Call 911.
Is this the Payne residence?
Yes, someone's broken into my house. They're still here. You have to...
Good. I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Who is this? Hello?
Whoopsies. Okay, I accidentally pressed a button.
It's coming.
Freeze! NYPD, drop it!
Coming! It's gonna die!
No. No, no, please, God, no.
So fucked up. Especially with the music still going.
The flesh of fallen angels.
No, 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 God, no, please, Michelle. Oh, baby. That was 3 years ago. Everything ripped apart in a New York minute. The killer junkies had been high on a previously unknown designer drug, Valkyr, V. After the funeral, I told Alex I'd be transferring to the DEA. It took us 3 long years to get a break in the Valkyr case. Then, finally, 2 months ago, a dime dropper tipped us off that Jack Lupino, a mob boss in the Punchinello crime family, was trafficking. I went undercover, infiltrated the worst mafia family in New York. I came in from the cold and the dark. Outside the city was a cruel monster. I've been slowly working my way from the small time to the big fish, trying to get to the source of the drug. Alex and BB were my only contacts in the DEA, the only ones in this decrepit city who knew I was down here.
BB here. Something urgent has come up with Jack Lupino. You need to meet with Alex immediately at the Roscoe Street station.
I hadn't had a face-to-face with Alex since I'd gone undercover. Outside, the mercury was falling fast. It was colder than the devil's heart, raining ice pitchforks as if the heavens were ready to fall. Everyone was running for shelter like there was no tomorrow. It didn't get any better when I got to the subway. The feeling hit me like a point-blank shot straight in the face. Something was not right about this. My Beretta stirred nervously under my coat, but the train doors had already shut behind me, and I was in for the ride. Next stop, Roscoe Street Station, and Alex. The station was drenched in gloom. Alex was a ghost, nowhere to be seen. I'd have to look for him.
You know, I feel like Max Payne is very much, at least first one, is very much like, serial killer documentaries. Everything was fine until it wasn't.
Death was in the air at Roscoe Street. I'd have to find Alex fast. The pills would ease the pain.
Wasn't Jake supposed to take care of this? He and Mickey are having too much fun. What the?
Last time I took off the auto-aim stuff, I don't think I'm going to do that this time. It did not end well for me.
Dead, all right. Hey, yo, guys, hey, we're getting around. You
So how are you guys doing tonight? Hopefully it's a good night all around. to be completely honest, the first game I ever actually played in this series was the third one. And I absolutely loved it. I will admit, I actually saw the movie before I played the first
security
game.
panel let out a mocking cackle. I'd need the right code.
And as an action movie, it's not bad. As a Max Payne movie, it's absolutely atrocious.
Working for Alex, they had ended up in the middle of a big-time crime operation.
Kiss it goodbye.
I will say, I do love the entire trilogy. I'm really glad they're backwards compatible now.
Save me, man.
What's going on here?
A massacre. These armed thugs just appeared from nowhere. We need to get help. I can make the call from the control room one floor up. Can you take me there?
Sure, sounds good. Follow me.
Home free. This way. Hey, look out!
Poor guy. I need to turn up that sensitivity a little bit more. No. Here we go. What, you guys, have you played this series before? What's your favorite original Xbox game? And what do you think deserves a remake? Because honestly, I think that Alan Wake would benefit, or Alan Wake, oh my gosh, that Max Payne would greatly benefit from a remaster. And I would argue a legitimate remaster, like built from the ground up.
The train lit up like a Christmas tree. Power was back on.
Looks like we're going back down. I think I will say the corner movement like that, it's so slow. That's me moving at a diagonal. I hate how slow that is. Actually, I might even need to turn my vertical back down a little bit. And do that real quick. There we go.
So much for being subtle.
I am impressed that a game this old has pseudo spatial audio. Oh man, I could have blown him up.
The rusty door led to an abandoned part of the station, closed off since the early 40s. Something big was going down in Roscoe Street. Maybe that's why Alex had wanted to meet me here. Maybe not. One way or the other, I was gonna find out.
What the?
Let me see. How do I... Well, I'm trying to figure out how to use my painkillers. Oh. B. Okay, there we go. Sorry guys, 1 second, texting the wife. Alright. So if you guys check out the stream schedule, it has changed quite a bit. I finally settled on some stuff that I want to stream for you. Have some fun with. Why would he hide behind boxes like that? Why would he use a legitimate tactic for evading gunfire? That's not fair to me. He should just stand in the way and not move, right? That's how these things work. I remember going down there last time. There's nothing down there.
What the hell was that?
I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but I'll say it again, guys. I will not be streaming Monday due to it being my son's 9th birthday. There we go. Ooh, a sauna off.
The police are on their way. New York's finest. They're gonna be here soon. Stick to the plan. We've got our own
Ooh. All right. Oh, that's not the way I wanted to dodge. That wasn't the way I wanted to dodge at all. Alright, let's get a different gun. Let's go back with the Deagle. Getting fancy and attacking me from the side.
Live from the crime scene.
Who is this?
Right back at you.
This is Deputy Chief Jim Bravura from the NYPD. You are to cease your criminal activities and surrender immediately.
Sure thing, Jim. Me and the boys have been talking, and everyone's real sorry. They'll never do it again.
Who the hell is this?
Being placed at the scene of a bank robbery wouldn't have tipped the odds in my favor.
I don't think there's a way I can turn off that alarm.
The bank robber's score lay on the table. The bank robbers have been after Acer Corporation bonds. The Acer success story had recently been on every channel and on the cover of every magazine. The bank robbers had left their tools on the table. Judging by the detonators, the crooks had bought enough explosives to send Lady Liberty into orbit.
Alt B's the way I came from. Do I need to use my detonators? How do I do that? It says detonators. Maybe I just need to go back upstairs. I don't remember. Yep, I'm gonna say this is the right direction. Thing is, now there's enemies. Remember guys, if video games has taught you one thing, it's that when you meet enemies, you're going in the right direction.
Hold it! Max! Jesus, you almost gave me a heart attack! I nearly shot you!
Alex, we're glad to see you.
What the hell's going on? There are more corpses here than at the city morgue!
It's an armed robbery, a tunnel job straight to the Roscoe Bank vault through the old station wall. Is this why? This is Lupino's gig?
This is Lupino's doing? Lupino's men? Really?
You sure know how to pick a place? Can you get through?
No, it's locked. We gotta get out of here. If it's Lupino, it's... Alex? Alex!
There was nothing I could do. He was dead. I could tell by the empty, accusing stare of his eyes.
Ooh. I don't think there's a quick melee button in this game. Alright. So we can hold 8 painkillers. I love all the stuff you can interact with in this game. It's really cool.
Let's get the hell out of here!
Alright, the last time, guys, this took me so long to figure out that there's a switch right here. Like, I wandered around this area for probably 20 minutes. And I could not for the life of me figure it out. And it's that simple. I just click the switch. That's it. Close it off. Or maybe it was already open, I closed it and then didn't realize I closed it, because that's what's seeming more likely right now. It's that simple. There's a switch on the wall, and I had no idea.
Alex had
20
kept me
minutes.
relatively sane for the past 3 years. Now I didn't know how I felt. Somehow he had stumbled upon something big and ended up stepping on Jack Lupino's toes. Lupino ran his racket of sex, drugs, and contract killings from a sleazy hotel in a slum block of tenements. The NYPD was closing in. I could hear the sirens. Their wail was a crescendo. Lupino thought he could get us by taking Alex out and leaving me to take the fall for it. All he had gotten was my attention. I went for the hotel first. It was a sad old thing with flickering lamps and faded colors, cheap mobster punks and tired-eyed prostitutes. I walked straight in, playing at Bogart, like I'd done 100 times before. The place was run by a couple of murdering mobsters with shark smiles. The Finito brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the pain in the butt. Pain to the max.
You're killing me. Did you make that up yourselves, or you get some wino downstairs to come up with it? Don't answer that. A rhetorical question. I got something for the boss. Lupino around?
That kind of depends on who's asking. A friend or a junk squad plan. Don't answer. It's one of them, how do you put it, rhetorical questions. Lupino ain't here, but he says bye.
Lupino wasn't in his cheap hotel. Instead, I ran into the Finito brothers. My cover had been blown. The door slammed shut behind me. And then I was dodging bullets like raindrops.
Pain in the butt. Ha ha! Pain to the max. Joe Spot Pain. Got a ticket to Culver City for you. First and lying down.
Nice and easy. That's what happens when you play on easy.
A letter on the desk caught my eye.
Bosses! Everything all right? Bosses! Joey, Virgilio, you all right in there?
I had met Lupino only once. The gangster ran all his rackets through his right-hand man, Vinny Gagniti. Gagniti was a high-strung whiner on the verge of breaking apart, like an overamped Energizer bunny. He had the brains to run the business, but he lacked the balls, always falling short, taking his frustration out on underage addicts and call girls.
The V deal goes down at your hotel. Jack's exact words, quote, Vinny, you're in charge of this one, unquote. Rico Muerte's coming to see it through. Anything goes wrong and everybody's gonna get dead. Goes double for you. Treat this guy real good. Anything he wants, you give him. Don't screw this up or you're finito, finitos.
A V deal meant added security, locked doors, and lots of nervous thugs with itchy trigger fingers. I'd seen nothing coming in, but that didn't mean it hadn't been there. Rico Muerte was a regular Kaiser Soze, a spook story told to keep the apes in line. 313. The Finitos had scribbled Muerte's room number on the note's margin.
Oops.
They're not answering. Call the others. Tell them to come quick. Okay, but we can't wait for them. We gotta go in now. Bosses, we're coming in.
It's Payne!
Think I won that confrontation? Oh, this is cool. Let me see if it'll do it here. The interaction with the environment is awesome for a game this old. You can't do it on a desk, but this tiered sofa is just really cool. You don't get that a lot, even in modern gaming.
Getting out was not going to be easy. The staircase was locked and the elevator had been busted for a decade or more.
Oh, that's great. Gotta love the old school vibrating beds. Ah, the 80s.
In his press conference today, the mayor stated that Valkyr represents a clear danger to New York and called for drastic actions to eliminate the problem. On today's top story, the Valkyr crisis worsens with the murder of DEA Special Agent Alex Balder. Special Agent Balder had been shot repeatedly from a point-blank range. The gunman has been identified as Max Payne. The noose is sure to tighten around this fugitive criminal as more NYPD units join the search to apprehend him.
I had just gotten my 15 minutes of fame.
This also took me a bit to figure out last
Something's wrong
time.
with the bosses. Payne's there and they're not answering. Let's go already. Payne's gonna pay.
Oh, I can't blow those ones up. That's a shame.
Hey,
Hey, so come on, guys, let's hit up the chat. How are you doing tonight? What are you up to?
On Lords and Ladies. Lady Amelia, Marquis Valentine asks for an audience.
Thank you, Lawrence.
My lady.
My lord.
And now, an all-new episode of Lords and Ladies, brought to you in part by Acer Corporation.
My lady.
My lord.
My lady, there is a matter of great importance I must bring to your attention.
My
I
lord,
love how
there is.
awful this show
Indeed,
is.
my lady, there is indeed. From the very first
Guys want some
moment
soda?
we met,
On me?
Upon that distant forest path, there has been sunlight in the autumn leaves blazing like the colors of your hair.
Oh, my lord, you should not speak so.
But my lady, I must.
My lord, no. I forbid you. This cannot be. This must not be.
But why, my love, why?
I love that they put a whole soap opera episode in this game.
The words.
My lady, I beg of you, I must know. I would rather die than not know.
Yes, my lord, we should both be dead, for this
My lord,
shame
my
is too
lady,
great
my
for
lady,
the
my
living.
lord, my lord, my
My
lady.
lord, I am your long-lost sister.
Oh, snap. Dude's in love with his sister. Never seen that on any soap opera
Yeah,
ever.
junkies could go off without a warning. Be careful.
I kill the junkies because I'd rather not get shot in the back.
there he is.
Ah. I gotta say, this is going a lot better than last time. There we go.
Piece of crap.
Tonight, the city's fight against the nightmare drug Valkyr took a turn for the worse, as DEA Special Agent Alex Balder was found brutally slain at the Roscoe Street subway station. A suspect was seen leaving the site only moments after the shots had been fired, and the NYPD is currently in pursuit of Max Payne, a repeated felon believed to be armed and extremely dangerous. And now the weather. The worst winter storm in recorded history continues to pound the city. The NYPD is
Well, looks like he died having a good time.
This party had been dead for a while. I couldn't say I was sorry I'd missed the show.
Get away. Get away. Get away.
I love that they keep screaming after they die.
Got him down.
I would say gotta love old games, but I mean, it's been happening in Halo Infinite too. I'll regularly kill a grunt in Halo Infinite and it'll just sit there screaming for like another 30 seconds after it's already completely
I
dead.
found Muerte's room. Muerte had received a letter. Our investigation had turned up nothing to link Angelo Punchinello, the head of the Punchinello family, to Val Kier. All tracks had ended with Jack Lupino. The letter in Muerte's room was signed by the Don himself. It was the first hint that the Kingpin knew what was brewing inside his syndicate.
The trouble you got into after the Chicago screw-up. The Punchinello family bailed you out. You have been waiting for a chance to pay us back. One of our trusted boys has a monkey the size of King Kong on his back. We need your special skills for backup on a major deal.
Collecting evidence had gotten old a few hundred bullets back. I was already so far past the point of no return, I couldn't even remember what it looked like when I had passed it.
Hold it!
Pretty sure that's this guy still. Yeah, that was him. And look at that. Destructible environments better than Call of Duty handles. Sorry, too soon for that joke? Oh god. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Ooh. I love these cinematic kills.
I'd found Muerte's room.
Hey guys, tell me you
Muerte
caught the
received
Game
a letter.
Awards. Tell me you caught the Game Awards.
Our
What was your favorite
investigation had
announcement?
turned up nothing to link Angelo Punchinello, the head of the Punchinello family, to Val Kier. All tracks had...
You know what? We already saw that. What was your guys' favorite reveal? Mine, personally, was the fact that Alan Wake 2 is officially being made. I cannot tell you how happy I am about that. Alan Wake is hands down my all-time favorite narrative. Just hands down. It is the greatest narrative ever written in gaming. And I say that, like, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Right, if you haven't played it, play it now. It has been remastered. Yeah, obviously it's still got some issues. The remaster is handled by a separate company. But
I didn't want
it
to know
is still
what
the
had
same
happened
game
here.
we know and love.
It was not a pretty sight.
What happened is, obviously, he's a vampire. Do I need to burn it? Is that what's going on? No? Okay. Okay.
No way. Ice him!
Yeah, so Alan Wake 2 is officially coming out, guys. Right, so greatest narrative in gaming, and
I thought it was a bomb for sure.
Nah, the Russian wouldn't dare. This has been waiting to happen. Hey!
an Alan Wake story was continued in Control's AWE expansion. And honestly, it was a great expansion. It was a direct continuation of Alan Wake and like, I don't want to spoil anything. I will eventually be playing Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and Control. So I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but they do tie it back in
A hooker had left her
to
diary on the
allow
table.
Alan Wake to happen. Alan Wake 2. Oh, hold
The
on.
diary belonged to a hooker named Candy Dawn. The read would have made a vice cop blush.
Had talks with the mystery hag over the phone again. Sent her the latest one-eyed Alfred tape. As long as the hag keeps paying for the tapes, the old man could come every day for all I care.
She had a nice sideline, making secret X-rated flicks of her clients and selling them to the highest bidder. They would get her killed if her V-fix for the day didn't do it first.
Okay, so it does tie it right back in for Alan Wake 2 to happen. And the news that I'm nervous about, but I understand, is that Alan Wake 2 is going to be a survival horror game. To put it into perspective, Alan Wake is a third-person action game. Oh, it's a third-person action narrative with horror elements, as is Control. But Sam Lake, who is the creative director at Remedy, he's also the face for Max Payne.
Hotel.
He openly said that at the heart of Alan Wake is a horror story. So now they can officially show the true horror side of it. They now have the capability to do that, in which they didn't before. I mean, it makes sense. I completely understand where they're coming from. But it makes me nervous because I really enjoyed how the first Alan Wake felt, and I'm concerned it won't feel like Alan Wake anymore.
A winter storm warning is in effect in the whole tri-state area, as both freezing rain and heavy snowfall continue. Many roadways are already closed, and people are advised to stay indoors. The severe blizzard has ravaged New York for 3 days now, with no end in sight.
We'd been snowed from the start in the Valkyr case. The forecast said there was plenty more where that had come from. But the snowbound city was on my side. Less chance of innocent bystanders getting caught in the crossfire.
I'm nervous about it, but I mean, if anyone can make Alan Wake into the game it needs to be, it's Remedy. I mean, it is literally their story. Like, Sam Lake created the characters. He created the story. It was all him. So he very clearly knows what he's doing with his baby.
What the hell?
And what do you guys think? Going from a third-person action game...
Exhibit number 1, a newspaper.
Well, a third-person narrative action game with horror elements into a straight survival horror.
Captain Baseball Bat Boy has an unbeatable track record in superhero death matches. But a six-pack of root beer gets me every time.
The murder weapon was a baseball bat, now lying in a pool of drying blood next to a newspaper folded open on a Captain Baseball Bat Boy comic strip.
But what do you guys think? Come on. No, it didn't matter anyway. Like, are my fears understandable? Am I just, like, being a nervous Nelly over nothing? What do you guys think? Seriously though, guys, let me know in the chat. Or let me know in the YouTube comments after. Assuming, of course, this video is actually going to upload. I don't know what's been going on lately. All my recordings, they don't record. But then when I run a test recording, that will record just fine.
Gentlemen, let's do business. Green for green. Tears of green-eyed angels. Amen.
A lifetime ago, this would have gone down as a narcotics arrest. There was a key on the table.
Two mad dog killers, ready to murder each other. They step into the next room, and I'm thinking, now they're gonna do it. But no. They sit down in front of a TV and solve their differences with a kung fu fighting video game. I tell you, Candy, I was so depressed, I strangled them both with the video game cables.
Oh, Rico, you're so bad.
I am, ain't I?
Rico Muerte, big-time hustler.
Who the hell?
It's that cop.
Muerte went for his gun.
But I pulled mine first. Isn't that how it always goes? Ooh. Oh, he just stands there with his pants down.
The antique switchboard. There was an old telephone switchboard in the back room of the reception area. The kind that made phone tapping child's play. It wasn't hard to picture a fat pimp sweating with headphones on, listening to his hookers talk dirty and fake orgasms over a web of party lines. The blood veins of New York. Right now, there was a different set of moans and groans going on.
Boss, good evening. This is Max Payne. He came, started capping us. He killed him.
Are you freaking kidding me? He's just one lousy cop. You better be freaking kidding me. Whack him. What's the freaking problem? Hello? Answer me. Hello?
The word was out. A deadly virus released into the city's corrupt circulatory system. Something wicked this way comes. Max Payne at large.
I meant to dive, but that's okay. All right. Trying to remember how this encounter goes. Look at that, it's twins. If you guys have never seen the Max Payne movie, it's really not that bad if you like Mark Wahlberg action flicks, and you've never played Max Payne or are able to differentiate game and movie. I know a lot of people aren't able to. My old roommate and one of my best friends, he's not able to differentiate very well movie from source material, which is totally understandable. But if you can, it's not bad.
Turn around, walk away, blow town. That would have been the smart thing to do. Guess I wasn't that smart. Lupino's tenement buildings were a seedy hangout for all kinds of sleaze. A liquor store, a pawn shop, a laundromat full of mobster bookies and loan sharks. The list went on. The how and why of it was a mystery to me, but they knew I was a cop. They knew I was coming, and they were going to get real trigger happy about it.
You know, not bad, guys. I'm at 88 total views at just over a month.
Liquid gold. A pillar of fire lifted the remains of a car straight up into the air. The flames were highlighted on the hood of a black Mercedes-Benz as it coasted down the street real slow, as if the driver didn't have a worry in the world. I got a good look at the man riding shotgun. It was Vladimir, the head of the local Russian mob, the fly in Don Punchinello's soup. The ringing in my ears was the sound of a mob war being waged.
And of course, his license plate is vodka.
Another bomb exploded inside the closest slum building. It was a lucky break. The goons inside were spooked, but luck always came with a price tag. More bombs could still be ticking inside, and the cops would already be on their way. Jack Lupino's suite was on the top floor. At least it used to be, before the explosive makeover.
And could you guys imagine all this, just that cutscene alone, could you imagine that happening under, like, the Unreal Engine 5 that just came out?
I don't know about this.
Quit worrying, eh? Think of it as Christmas. The Russians are Santa.
It'd be amazing, honestly. Alright guys, well we're nearing the end of the stream here. We got about 6 minutes left. I just want to give you a friendly reminder to subscribe. I'm sorry, not subscribe. Follow if you're enjoying the show. I do have a schedule up for streaming. You can check that on my page. I'll actually go over it real quick here. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, so obviously today is Saturday, so we are streaming Max Payne. I'm going to be doing the entire trilogy. It goes from 8:30 to 9:30 typically. I was half hour late today, just, you know, time got away, hanging out with the kids and everything. Had a nice movie night tonight. And then I normally stream on Mondays, and that's Cyberpunk. And I'll be starting from scratch on that one for you guys. that'll be fun. You guys can help me make some choices along the way. It'll be a good time. Make sure you bring your friends. Tell your friends. It's a good time. I love to talk with you guys. That one's going to be from 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. Every Monday, except this coming Monday, once again, because it is my son's 9th birthday. Tuesdays, I'm going to be streaming the Hitman trilogy. So Hitman 1, 2, and 3, the new ones. Which I think they're calling the World of Assassination, is their technical series name. I'll be streaming that 8:30 to 10:30 as well. Wednesdays, we're doing the Tomb Raider trilogy. We're doing the Survivor trilogy. It's the newest one that came out. That's 8:30 to 9:30 every Wednesday. And then Thursdays actually is going to be a little bit different. From 11:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon, I'll be streaming Final Fantasy 15. Honestly, it really is one of my favorites.
The whole building was rigged with explosives.
I loved Final Fantasy 15. Oh, Jesus. I walked right into that.
The whole building was rigged with explosives.
So that's my schedule, guys. You can... Actually, I think for my page, you can just add it into your Google calendars. Sorry, that was weirdly slurred. Your Google calendars. Which is pretty cool. But make sure you subscribe to those. Or not subscribe. Make sure you follow my channel if you're enjoying the show. I love to talk with you guys. Let's not be so quiet next time, huh? Let's have a good time. I'd love to have you guys help me out on these streams, especially for games like Cyberpunk where we're making decisions. I'd love to have some group decisions going on. And just be fun.
A beaten-up phone in the entrance hall was ringing. It could have been just a junkie in need of a fix, but it turned out to be something more sinister than that.
Am I speaking to Mr. Payne?
Who wants to know?
My name is Alfred Wooten. You must hurry. The police are on their way.
Tell me something I don't know.
They know you're there.
How? And what's it to you?
I will contact you again.
The cops arrived, sirens singing in the off-key harmony of the manic-depressive choir. I had a few minutes while the SWAT team would go through their usual routine. By the time they busted in, I needed to be long gone.
Max Payne, this is Deputy Chief Jim Bravura from the NYPD. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands above your head.
Alright guys, we are going to end up calling it here, but before I go... Oh, Jesus, okay. Before I go, I'm going to share in the chat here a link to my Discord. I am building a gaming community. Just a nice safe space for gamers to be. It's a place of no judgments, anything like that. Got a couple people on there already. Love to have more of you guys.
On the shelf. Suddenly it all made sense. The bombs, the Russian mob boss making an appearance in person. Gognitti was his usual self. All talk and no walk.
After our hit, the Russian has only a couple of guns left, and they can be bought. There's no freaking way he has the guts to try anything after that.
As it turned out, the Russian had plenty of guts. One thing you could count on, you push a man too far, and sooner or later he'd start pushing back.
Alright, this is where we're going to cut it, guys. Feel free to head to that Discord. It is open to all, so tell your friends about it as well. They're welcome to join. Anyone is welcome to join, as long as they're not dicks or trying to start console wars or flame wars or anything like that. There's also a place on there just for people to talk about things that are going on in life they need to get off their chest. It is a judgment-free zone, guys, and we're going to keep it that way. It's everybody needs an outlet. You know, there's no such thing as being too manly to not talk about your feelings or anything like that. Just so you guys know, like, it is a friendly space. You have friends there. So make sure you hit it up. Talk to people, have some fun, make some friends, bring your friends, tell your family if you want. It's going to be a good time, guys. I would love to talk with you. And you can also, if you missed any of the stream, you can watch the videos again on YouTube. Once again, assuming that this video is actually going to upload like it's supposed to. So, hopefully that is the case, and we're not going to run into any more tech issues on that end. Alright, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I would love to talk with you next time. Hit up the chat, and we will see you guys later. And, as always, I love you.